What if taking care of yourself actually helped you show up better for everyone else? I'm Janet Jacks, Coach Janet J, and this is your next best step. This podcast is about real doable shifts that help you breathe easier and move forward one step at a time. If you've been carrying the weight of too much for too long and waiting for things to calm down before you start caring for yourself, this is your sign. The time is now. Let's begin where you are. You were made for more than just surviving. Are you super busy with a low tolerance for drama? Are you doing your best to stay ahead of what life keeps throwing at you? Are you tired of feeling like you're struggling just to get through the day? Welcome to your next best step, where we focus on small steps that actually matter. I'm Coach Janet J. And if you're a Christian woman who feels stretched too thin, running on fumes, secretly wondering if real change is even possible at this stage of life, you're in exactly the right place. Let me tell you why this podcast exists and why I may just get a little of what you're going through. Celiac forced me to completely rethink everything about eating. I had to rethink navigating social events and advocating for myself and my health. Let's add in juggling multiple jobs to make ends meet, caring for my disabled dog Spike, who I did lose in 2017, and doing my best to stay true to myself while navigating an ever-changing work environment. Life often felt like it was piling up from every direction. Of course, there was medically induced menopause. Then, in 2021, breast cancer knocked me completely off kilter. I had to take a hard look at my life, make difficult choices, and learn to advocate for myself at a whole new level. I had been trying those all or nothing plans, the ones, perfect diets that last for 3 days, morning routines that require waking up at 3 a.m. Yes, you heard that right, 3 a.m. so that I could squeeze in a workout before getting ready for my job. Pretty much every change your life system under the sun. Nothing stuck. Those plans expecting massive change when I had minimal energy. They asked for leaps when I could barely manage to move. They demanded perfection. And seriously, who's perfect? But here's what I discovered. Transformation doesn't come from perfection. It comes from tiny, consistent steps. The ones that feel so small, they almost don't count until they stack up and completely shift your whole life. That's when I started asking a different question. Not what should I be doing or what's the ideal plan, but this. What's my next best step? Not the big leap or the 27-point transformation plan. Just one small doable step right in front of me. And here is the beautiful truth I discovered. When you focus on your next best step, just one step, you build momentum, you create belief, you prove to yourself that change is possible. And before you know it, those tiny steps have carried you somewhere you never thought you could go. That question, what's my next best step, is the heartbeat of this podcast. Here's my goal. 3 times a week in under 15 minutes, we'll get real about what actually works for women like us. Monday, biblical principles for whole person wellness. Your faith and your health aren't separate. Wednesdays, practical tools you can use immediately. No frou-frou, just simple strategies. Fridays, your questions, real talk, celebrating you because you deserve to be seen and heard. This space is built on grace and respect for wherever your starting point is. Compassion for the journey, real strategies that fit real lives, especially when you're tired, overwhelmed, and need something that truly makes an impact. Each week, we'll dive into our mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health and identify the single best step you can take to move forward toward the life and wellness you desire. Here's what I promise you'll find. Science that supports your faith. Not one or the other, both working together. Tools that work in real life, not grandiose theories that fall apart the next day. Grace for your journey, and absolutely no guilt for the struggle. Just compassion for the process. Community that gets it. Women who understand and who have your back. Imagine this. 3 months from now, you are waking up with more energy. You are making decisions with more clarity. You are feeling more connected to God, yourself, and to what really matters. Not because you overhauled everything overnight, because you took one small step, then another, then another. That's the power of your next best step. Here's what to do right now. First, hit subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. Second, head over to yournextbeststep.com and grab your free 5-minute daily reset. It's the perfect companion to this podcast and will help you start practicing this next best step approach immediately. Third, keep an eye out for our upcoming Facebook community, where we'll continue these conversations, support each other, and celebrate wins together. I'll announce when it's ready. You won't want to miss it. Here's the truth. Your next best step isn't as far away as you think. It's not some distant destination that you have to strain to reach. It's right here, right now. One tiny decision away. And you don't have to take it alone. I'll be here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, walking alongside you, cheering you on, and reminding you that small steps matter. Welcome to the journey. Let's take the next step together. I'm Coach Janet J., and I am so grateful you are here. All right, you've got your next step. Small, doable, and real. If this inspired you, make sure to grab your free 5-minute daily reset at yournextbeststep.com. It's my gift to help you pause the chaos and reconnect with what matters most. Be sure to subscribe. And if someone came to mind while you listened, please share this with them. Remember, you are seen, you are known, and you matter. Be kind to yourself along the way. You are making real change, one step at a time.